Hey, what's up, everybody? So, third mukbang in a row. Just because, yeah, I really appreciate everyone's comments on the last two videos I've done for the mukbang, and yeah, it sounds like it's somewhat enjoyable for some people, or entertaining. So I'm here to please. So. So we're doing another mukbang tonight for dinner. This is a smaller meal just because I haven't really been as active today. I haven't weightlifted, but what I do have is quite tasty. So I have one of these Rana chicken carbonara fettuccine. These aren't frozen, they're refrigerated. And also I'm going to talk for a minute because I need this to cool down. I just pulled it out of the microwave. So these aren't frozen, they're like refrigerated. I was gonna say fresh, they're refrigerated. And normally Safeway has them on sale for $6.99, but they had them on sale for $5. For some reason, I don't know why. It wasn't like a clearance, but it was like a red tag, manager special. So I don't know. Here, we'll try to view or show you. I don't know if the steam. Yeah, you guys can probably see the steam, huh? Smells really freaking delicious. And super easy. I mean, all that came in here was this plastic bowl, a package of noodles, and then a package of sauce. And you just put the noodles in, put the sauce in, like smother the noodles, and then put a paper towel on top of it and microwave it for like 5 minutes. So I have that. And then for additional food, one of the other protein clearance things I got were these Fitzels, Fit Pretzels. They're protein pretzels. And this flavor that they had on clearance was bougie mustard. This was nice because this was like $1.49 per bag, and I bought it was 70 cents cash back. So I bought the limit of 5 of them. And then still loving these Legendary Foods protein snacks. So I have the brown sugar cinnamon one here for a little extra protein and collagen. I have a Built Bar salted caramel for dessert, and as always, I'm such a big yogurt fan. I have a 15-gram protein Yoplait and a Light and Fit as well. Blueberry is not my favorite flavor, but I think they were like low on the other flavors I wanted, so that's why I just chose to pick that. And then I'm not going with a kombucha. I'm going with a nice cold can of sparkling water, grapefruit flavored. Which I love sparkling water. I never was a fan of sparkling water until I moved in here, and one of the housemates that used to live here like drank sparkling water, and he let me try some, and I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty good stuff. I just like the crispness and the carbonation and the flavor, and it's 0 calories and 0 sodium and stuff. Speaking of sodium, for this whole bag of pretzels, I was gonna say take a guess, but not like you guys can respond. I guess in the comments, if you want, take a guess at how much sodium is in this whole bag of pretzels. I mean, this is a pretty small bag. It's 3 ounces, 370 calories, 20 grams of protein. Take a guess at how much sodium. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There's 1,080 milligrams of caffeine in here. That's ridiculous. Like, that's absurd, dude. I mean, this, of course, is going to be pretty salty, and this has 1,200 milligrams of sodium. I mean, that's just crazy. That's absurd. Gosh, man. Okay, I think this is probably cool enough now. Oh, no. Okay. Let's try these pretzels first. Actually, that's pretty good. Tastes just like pretzels. Nice and crunchy. This is the Lenny and Larry's brand. They make other products like, actually on one of my videos, I think on the legendary food protein review I did, someone left a comment suggesting to try the Lenny and Larry's cookies, which I have a while ago. They're pretty good, but I think those are plant protein, and that's the downside to this. This is also plant protein. Specifically, there's pea protein in here. Really good though. Yeah, I'm really glad I bought those. What's interesting that I've learned recently was, so there's, like I said, there's 20 grams of protein in here, but what's interesting is because it's pea protein, it's not a complete protein. So next to it for the daily value says 25%. And for those that aren't too familiar with nutritional labels, the government, the daily recommended protein intake is 50 grams of protein, which I think is like ridiculous. It should be like double that. So what that means is if this was like a complete protein, like whey protein, that 20 grams of protein would be 40% daily value. But here it's only 25%. I just think that's extremely interesting. I've never, I learned that from like a short on YouTube like last week or something like that. And so I looked it up. I guess the reason is there's like this measure, this PDCAAS. I'm reading this. Protein digestibility corrected amino acid score. So if you're not familiar with protein, it's made up of building blocks of amino acids. God, these things are freaking good. Probably from a little salt in them. There's 20 different amino acids that our body uses. I believe 11 of them are non-essential. Our body can produce them, but there's 9. It's either 7 or 9. Let me see. Because I don't want to give you guys incorrect information. Okay, yeah, there are 9 essential amino acids. And they're essential because our body cannot produce them. So as pea protein is missing, I don't know what specific ones, but it's missing some essential amino acids. And because of that, it has a lower amino acid profile. But the that PDCAAS is not just the aminos, but the digestibility. Like how much your protein can use, how much your body can absorb the protein. Like, you know what's interesting too? Sorry if this is like too scientific or technical. I guess it's not really that technical, but I don't know what floats everyone's boat. I love freaking science. Like, I love biology and chemistry and all that cool stuff. So for me, I find this pretty fascinating. Oh, where was I going with that? Oh yeah. It's like egg protein. You know, like how in some movies it's a cliche, like, what movie is it? With oh my god, Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, or other movies where they drink like the raw egg yolks or eggs. Not only is that like not a good idea because of salmonella, but uncooked egg protein is less digestible. Like our body absorbs less and utilizes less of that protein than if it was cooked. So there you go. There's some trivia or some facts for you guys. All right, this should be cool by now. But yeah, hopefully you guys are still liking these videos. I'll definitely continue to do them, especially like, yeah, this is cool. Especially, you know, if you guys continue to like give me feedback and like, you know, if you're still digging it or if not, you know. Yeah, that's good stuff. It's very rich. Definitely taste the bacon. I like it because the noodles like taste and like feel fresh. Not like any frozen dinners that have the noodles. Oh shit, I totally forgot too. Because I also, when I do these, I just want to throw out a calorie count. Because I was just thinking, I don't know if I'll eat the whole bag of pretzels, but provided I do, all this stuff is 1,430 calories, so a little less than the other ones, which is good because I've been less active today. 53 grams of fat, so kind of high. 120 grams or 127 grams of carbohydrates and 110 grams of protein. So pretty good. I think that's pretty sufficient. Yeah, I highly recommend these. These are good. For $6.99, I feel like that's a little too pricey. The same company, Rana, also has like bigger kits that you can also like, it comes in like a plastic tray that you can microwave. Kind of has like the separate noodles and the separate sauce and kind of do the same thing. Or you can cook it. I think there's instructions to cook it in a pan too. Those are really good, and those are like a bigger serving of food. But the problem is like they're pretty expensive. I think normally they go on, or normally they cost like $13.99 or $14.99 at Safeway, which is a little too much for what it is. Yeah, that's really good. Maybe I'll splurge and get one of those and do a mukbang on it, just because it's also like more food. But yeah, they've gotten more expensive. Like when I did try them a while back, it was like $10.99, maybe like $11.99, and then I had some cash back or had a coupon or something, so that was more worth it. Like almost 15 bucks. Like, I don't know. But they have some, I think they also have a chicken carbonara one. They have like a chicken, like spinach, not fettuccine, what's Florentine, I think. Something like that. I think they also have like a sausage one. They used to have the one I like, but I don't see it anymore. They had like a steak and portobello mushroom one. That was bomb. That was super freaking good. The sauce was like super rich and savory, like it had that umami flavor. And then the steak was like really good too. Oh yeah, that was super good. I don't know if they discontinued it or this Safeway that I go to just stopped carrying them. But yeah, those were good. But you know, stuff like this probably wouldn't be. I really need to start cooking from scratch more. It's just so hard because this stuff is like so convenient. Oh, I just gleeked. So convenient and so tasty. And best of all, like it's very little cleanup. Like I don't have to clean like pots and pans or spatulas. You know, all I have to do is just scrub off this fork and put it in the dishwasher. Speaking of dishwasher, out of the 4 other guys, or 5 total, including myself, that live in this sober living house, I'm the only one that pretty much always uses the dishwasher. Everyone else likes to wash their dishes by hand, which I don't understand. Like I'm not judging them, even though sometimes like they don't wash it very well and then gets put in the drying rack and sometimes there's like food stuck to it. That deserves a little judgment. But it just doesn't make sense. It's like dishwasher is like way easier, way more convenient, and way more effective. I mean, it's like, and then like the sponge sometimes sits out there for too long, or like people don't wring it out. The guys don't wring it out, and then it gets like mildewy, and like so you're washing dishes with like a mildewy sponge. I don't get it. So because I use so many spoons like for cereal and like yogurt, I bought like a handful of my own spoons at Goodwill, and also bought like a handful of bowls, and I keep them in my cupboard so that way no one else uses them, because I know they'll be clean for sure from the dishwasher. Oh, this little guy's like really stuck on here. All right, last bit. I think this is chicken and oh, I think this is perfect. A little bacon and a little chicken. Good stuff. Very savory, very delicious, and like I said, like rich, like a nice richness to it. Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, let's eat some more pretzels. I probably won't eat this whole bag because it's actually kind of a lot. I didn't think 3 ounces would be so much. But also because of the amount of sodium, I probably shouldn't eat the whole bag. I'm curious as to what everyone's preference. Like, are you a team dishwasher or are you team wash by hand? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see who likes the dishwasher and who likes washing it by hand. I don't mean to like perseverate on this or like ruminate, but I don't know, I think it's just interesting to ponder. And the other thing too is like we don't have to pay like water separately. Like we pay rent, and that includes everything. And the organization provides us with like basic household cleaning stuff. So like garbage bags, toilet paper, paper towels, laundry detergent, dishwashing soap, and dishwasher tablets. Lysol wipes, Comet, Lysol, like everything we need to clean the house and like run it. So I mentioned that because it's like, it's not a matter of like resources, because I know for some people, especially, you know, like when I lived alone, and I'm sure other people living by themselves, it's kind of hard to justify using the dishwasher unless it's like to like brimming full to the brim. And then, but like I feel like dishwashers are pretty effective, like cost effective with water, because I don't think it uses as much water as people think it does. But then you have to spend money on like the dishwasher tabs. I prefer like powder. I think that's most cost effective, but here they give us tabs or this little gel packs, which is fine. It does the job just as well, but I feel like it's less cost effective, but they're paying for it, so which I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this sober living house. Like, has helped keep me sober for over 3 years. It's a nice house, and I finally have, well, I shouldn't say finally, but I've had my own room for a while now. There's central air conditioning. Even though I still have my window unit in because I have 2 screens in here and I just tend to run hot anyways. So this room gets warmer than out there where the thermostat is. So sometimes I'll run my air conditioner to kind of cool things down. But yeah, everything's provided for us. Internet, well, not cable, but internet. It's just awesome. It's super fantastic. But prior to moving into recovery houses, I was like so against it. Like I was just like, hell no, that sounds terrible. And not because you have to stay sober, not that part, but it's just like weird. Like you're just living with a house of strangers. And furthermore, oftentimes, like when you first move in, you're sharing a bedroom with someone else, like a complete stranger. You don't know if you're going to get along. Maybe your preferences clash with their preferences. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to take insulin. Damn it. And also, while I'm at it, I might as well take my my vitamins and stuff with everything else. Ah, come on. I have a drawer full of supplements. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's just helpful to take like at least a multivitamin and vitamin D from our overall health, especially mental health. Okay, I'm gonna eat like a few more of these. I mean, I'll save the rest. I know this isn't like a traditional dinner, it's just like kind of like a bunch of snack foods, but whatever. I'll have to think of some other ideas of stuff I can eat that would be somewhat entertaining. Hopefully my ramblings are entertaining though. Or occasional like trivia or occasional like science stuff. Okay, it's just starting to get dry. But surprisingly good. Because if you've never had pea protein, you know, you can't quite relate. But sometimes like stuff that has pea protein in it is like really chalky. Like it has this like weird taste and texture. But they did a great job. Yeah, they did a really great job on these pretzels. Okay. I think that's good. There's really not too many left, but I still have these snacks and yogurt to eat. When you all eat snacks, do you like to lick your fingers and get like all the salt and goodness off your fingers? I like to do that because it's like pure flavor and then salt, which is especially good if you're eating like peanuts. Like I like doing that after I eat peanuts or some chips. Definitely those pretzels. All right, we're gonna have a brown sugar one of these bad boys. The frosting on these is like never. I mean, I guess that's centered, kind of, but doesn't really fill up the whole thing. But yeah, these things are so good. I fucking, oh, excuse my language. I freaking love them. Just a nice level of sweetness. It's really soft. Really chewy. I don't think I mentioned it or made a video, but well, I'm kind of thinking about things. Like last week or the week before, I finally set an appointment to see a doctor, like to establish a primary care physician. Because I haven't seen a PCP or like had a checkup or a lab drawn in such a long time. Because I made a video talking about how I feel like I have some symptoms of low testosterone. So that's one thing I'd like to ask about. I'm not holding my hope out, but hopefully they'll at least be agreeable to drawing labs and at least seeing. And for all I know, my testosterone could be within normal limits, within a normal range. But it'll be good to know if they agree to draw. I hope they do. I mean, it'll just be nice to get other lab draws like CBC and CMP, complete blood count for the CBC, which is like red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, a breakdown of eosinophils, like all the white blood cells. Your hematocrit, your hemoglobin. you know, how well your red blood cells can carry oxygen. And then the CMP is a complex metabolic panel. They also have a BMP, which is a basic metabolic panel. I don't know what the difference is, but I know with the CMP, it's like sodium, potassium, chloride, glucose, albumin, ALT, AST, just a bunch of different stuff. So it'll be good to at least check those two and just make sure everything's within a normal limit. The salted caramel is really good. What's nice too is like there's some salt on the top. And just like the cookies one I had the other day, this is also like really chewy. Like here, let me see if I can, yeah, like, oh my goodness, oh my gosh. Yeah, look at that. Really good. And again, I think that's because it's a lot of collagen. And if I'm not mistaken, collagen is also an incomplete protein. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it is. I always like to double check. You never know if you're wrong. Okay. Yeah, it's an incomplete protein. Oh wow. Apparently the that score is it says basically 0. The pea protein I think was like 0.85 or something like that. Interesting. But like I said, I'm not eating it for like total protein. It's more just to give myself some collagen so my, you know, tendons and my joints can have a little extra building blocks for that sort of stuff. That was really tasty. That was good. And then time for yogurt. The Yoplait protein ones I'm not a big fan of. Out of all the different yogurts, I would say it's one of my least favorite. Definitely better than regular Yoplait. The normal one or light, because both of those have like 5-6 grams of protein. So at least this has 15 grams of protein, but taste isn't really that great, and it's a higher ratio of calories to protein than some other, like, well, I guess not that much higher, but like the Oikos 000 or whatever is 90 calories for 15 grams of protein. This is 100 calories, so a little more. So it's not as, I guess, effective. But one advantage is when they go on sale, they're freaking cheap. Like these bad boys were 49 cents each, which is great because like a 4-pack of like Oikos or Light and Fit, the lowest I've seen them is $2.99, so $3. So even at the very lowest, this is 75 cents a cup. I think that math checks out. Yeah, 75 plus 75. Oh my god. 75 plus 75 is 150, and then 150 plus 150, yeah, $3. So, you know, like cheaper per cup. So that's an advantage, but other than that, it's not so good taste-wise. but with like most yogurts, it's like easy to eat. I mean, even if you're not very hungry. So if you need some additional protein, it's just so easy to just eat a yogurt. The light and fit's good. There's actually fruit on the bottom on these, and I just bit into a blueberry. That was good. Like I said, I'm not much of a blueberry fan. They're not bad, but they're just doesn't really do it for me. Cool, that's I think that's a pretty decent meal. I haven't really eaten anything today. I did fasted cardio for about 45 minutes this morning, and then I did fasted ab workout, not a lot. And then after that I had a protein shake, and then a few hours after that I had 3 cups of protein, or 3 containers of protein, 3 containers of yogurts, protein yogurt, and then I ate dinner, and it's like 5:30 right now, so not too bad. I think that'll be good. Gonna do more fasted cardio tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow's gonna be a forearm workout because I really need to strengthen my forearms. So yeah, that was good. That hit the spot, and good amount of protein and calories and stuff. But yeah, I definitely have to think of some other fun things to eat. If you guys have any recommendations or suggestions that you'd like to see me do a mukbang of, please let me know. I know someone offered or had a good suggestion of doing like my favorite childhood foods, so definitely have to think about that. It's kind of tougher because it's like most of that is like stuff my mom or my parents would cook, and so that would involve me having to cook, and especially to cook to that level. I'm not a terrible cook, but I'm not a great cook either, so I'm not sure. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for anything else, I'll probably do like more pizzas. Like I said, maybe I'll consider doing that bigger pasta kit thing for $15. Yeah, and let me know what you guys think. If you like this, please hit the like. That helps a lot. Please drop a comment. Let me know what you thought. That is always appreciated. And then yeah, consider following or subscribing. That helps grow the channel, so I can make more videos like this. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.